The 10% Rule, a highly simplified strategy for financial success, written and published by the Zillion Pro. Welcome to the 10% Rule for Financial Success. This book is about how small, intentional changes can lead to extraordinary results in your finances, your career, your relationships, and your life. Whether you're looking to build wealth, reduce stress, or create more freedom, the 10% Rule is your roadmap to getting there. Why 10%? The number 10% is powerful because it's both achievable and impactful. It's not so small that it feels meaningless, nor so large that it feels overwhelming. It's the sweet spot between effort and reward. By saving, investing, or reallocating just 10% of your resources, whether it's money, time, or energy, you can create a ripple effect that transforms your life over time. This isn't about deprivation or drastic measures. It's about making smarter choices, one step at a time. It's about recognizing that small, consistent actions compound into something extraordinary. What you'll learn in this book. In the pages ahead, you'll discover the psychology of saving, why saving feels hard and how to make it easier, the math behind 10%, how small savings grow into big rewards over time, practical strategies, how to apply the 10% rule to your budget, career, and everyday life, inspiring stories, real-life examples of people who transformed their lives using the 10% rule, tools and resources, worksheets, checklists, and apps to help you stay on track. This book is designed to be both practical and motivational. It's not just about telling you what to do, it's about showing you how to do it, step by step. Who is this book for? This book is for anyone who wants to take control of their financial future but doesn't know where to start. It's for the busy professional who feels overwhelmed by debt, the entrepreneur looking to grow their business, the parent trying to save for their child's education, and the dreamer who wants to create a life of freedom and abundance. No matter where you are in your journey, the 10% rule can work for you. It's flexible, adaptable, and designed to fit into your unique circumstances. A mindset shift. At its core, the 10% rule is about shifting your mindset. It's about recognizing that you have the power to change your life, one small step at a time. It's about understanding that wealth, success, and happiness are not the result of luck or chance, they are the result of consistent, intentional action. As you read this book, I encourage you to approach it with an open mind and a willingness to take action. The 10% rule is simple, but it's not always easy. It requires discipline, commitment, and a belief in your ability to create change. Your journey starts here. This book is your guide, but the journey is yours. By the time you reach the last page, you'll have the tools, strategies, and inspiration you need to start saving 10%, investing 10%, and living a life of abundance. So, take a deep breath, turn the page, and let's begin. Your future self will thank you. Chapter 1. The Psychology of Saving. Saving money is simple in theory but challenging in practice. Why is that? Why do so many of us struggle to set aside even a small portion of our income, even when we know it's in our best interest? The answer lies in our psychology. In this chapter, we'll explore the mental and emotional barriers that make saving difficult, and how to overcome them. By understanding the psychology of saving, you'll be better equipped to make the 10% rule a sustainable and rewarding part of your life. Why saving feels hard. 1. Instant gratification versus delayed rewards. Humans are wired to prioritize immediate rewards over future benefits. This is why it's so tempting to spend money now rather than save it for later. The 10% rule helps bridge this gap by making saving feel manageable and rewarding in the short term. 2. Scarcity mindset. When you feel like you don't have enough, saving can seem impossible. This scarcity mindset keeps you trapped in a cycle of spending and stress. Shifting to an abundance mindset, focusing on what you can save rather than what you can't, is key to breaking free. 3. Fear of missing out, FOMO. Social pressure and the fear of missing out can lead to overspending. Whether it's keeping up with friends or chasing trends, FOMO can derail your savings goals. The 10% rule encourages you to prioritize your long-term well-being over short-term social validation. The science of habits. Saving is a habit, and like any habit, it can be learned. Here's how. 1. Start small. Research shows that small, incremental changes are more sustainable than drastic overhauls. The 10% rule is designed to feel achievable, so you're more likely to stick with it. 2. Use triggers and rewards. Pair your saving habit with a specific trigger, for example, saving 10% of every paycheck, and reward yourself for consistency. Over time, this creates a positive feedback loop. 3. Leverage automation. Automating your savings removes the need for willpower. Set up automatic transfers to your savings account so you don't even have to think about it. The emotional side of money. Money is deeply tied to our emotions, values, and identity. To save effectively, you need to understand your relationship with money. 1. What does money mean to you? For some, money represents security. For others, it's a symbol of freedom, success, or even love. Understanding your emotional connection to money can help you align your savings goals with your values. 2. Identify your money scripts. Money scripts are the unconscious beliefs about money that guide your behavior. Common scripts include money is the root of all evil, or I'll never be good with money. Recognizing and reframing these scripts is essential for building a healthy relationship with saving. 3. Practice gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. By appreciating your current resources, you'll feel more motivated to protect and grow them. How the 10% rule fits in. The 10% rule is more than a financial strategy, it's a mindset shift. By committing to saving 10%, you're sending a powerful message to yourself: you are capable of change. Your future is worth investing in. Small steps can lead to big results. Action steps. 1. Reflect on your money story. Write down your earliest memories of money and how they've shaped your beliefs. 2. Identify your triggers. What situations or emotions lead you to overspend? How can you address them? 3. Set up a 10% savings system. Open a dedicated savings account and automate a 10% transfer from your next paycheck. 4. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge and reward yourself for taking the first step toward saving. This chapter lays the foundation for the rest of the book. By understanding the psychology of saving, you'll be better equipped to implement the 10% rule and create lasting change in your life. Chapter 2. The 10% Rule Explained. Now that we've explored the psychology of saving, it's time to dive into the heart of this book, the 10% Rule. What exactly is it? How does it work? And why is it so effective? In this chapter, we'll break down the rule into its core components, explore the math behind it, and show you how to apply it to your life. What is the 10% rule? The 10% rule is simple: save, invest, or reallocate 10% of your income, time, or resources toward your goals. Whether you're building an emergency fund, paying off debt, or investing for the future, the rule provides a clear and actionable framework for progress. The beauty of the 10% rule lies in its simplicity and flexibility. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution but a guiding principle that can be adapted to your unique circumstances. The math behind 10%. Let's look at the numbers to understand why 10% is such a powerful target. 1. The power of consistency. If you earn $50,000 a year and save 10%, you'll set aside $5,000 annually. Over 10 years, that's $50,000 plus interest or investment returns. Even small amounts add up over time, thanks to the magic of compound growth. 2. Compound interest in action. If you invest your 10% savings in a retirement account with an average annual return of 7%, your $5,000 annual savings could grow to over $70,000 in 10 years. The longer you save, the more dramatic the growth. Over 30 years, that same $5,000 annually could grow to nearly $500,000. 3. The ripple effect. Saving 10% isn't just about the money you set aside. It's about the habits and mindset you build along the way. Over time, these small changes can lead to big rewards in every area of your life. Why 10% works? 1. It's achievable. Unlike extreme saving challenges, 10% is a realistic target for most people. It's enough to make a difference but not so much that it feels overwhelming. 2. It's flexible. The 10% rule can be applied to income, expenses, time, or even business profits. It's a versatile tool that adapts to your needs. 3. It builds momentum. Starting with 10% creates a sense of accomplishment, which motivates you to keep going. Over time, you may find yourself saving more as your financial situation improves. How to apply the 10% rule. Here's a step-by-step guide to implementing the rule in your life. 1. Calculate your 10%. Start with your income. If you earn $4,000 a month, your 10% target is $400. If saving 10% of your income feels too challenging, start with 10% of your discretionary income, what's left after essential expenses. 2. Choose your goal. Decide what you're saving for. Common goals include building an emergency fund, paying off debt, investing for retirement, saving for a major purchase, for example, a home or car. 3. Automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers to your savings or investment account. This removes the need for willpower and ensures consistency. 4. Track your progress. Use a budgeting app or spreadsheet to monitor your savings. Celebrate milestones along the way to stay motivated. Real-life examples of the 10% rule. 1. The debt-free journey. Mitchell was struggling with $20,000 in credit card debt. By allocating 10% of her income to debt repayment, she paid off her balance in 3 years and saved thousands in interest. 2. The retirement saver. At age 30, Richard started saving 10% of his $60,000 salary in a retirement account. By age 65, his savings had grown to over $1 million, thanks to compound interest. 3. The side hustler. Lisa reinvested 10% of her side hustle profits into marketing and tools. Within a year, her business had doubled its revenue. Common questions about the 10% rule. 1. What if I can't save 10% right now? Start with what you can. Even 1% or 5% is better than nothing. The key is to build the habit and increase your savings over time. 2. Should I save 10% before or after taxes? It depends on your goals. Saving 10% of your gross income is ideal, but if that's not feasible, start with your net income. 3. What if my income fluctuates? If you have irregular income, calculate 10% of your average monthly earnings. During high-earning months, save more to compensate for leaner times. The bigger picture. The 10% rule isn't just about money, it's about creating a life of intention and abundance. By saving 10%, you're investing in your future, reducing stress, and building the foundation for long-term success. Action steps. 1. Calculate your 10%. Determine 10% of your income and identify a goal to allocate it toward. 2. Set up automation. Schedule automatic transfers to your savings or investment account. 3. Track your progress. Use a tool or app to monitor your savings and celebrate milestones. 4. Share your commitment. Tell a friend or family member about your 10% goal to stay accountable. Remember, the journey to financial freedom begins with a single step, and 10% is the perfect place to start. Chapter 3. Applying the 10% rule to your budget. Now that you understand the 10% rule and its potential, it's time to put it into action. In this chapter, we'll focus on how to integrate the rule into your budget. Budgeting is the foundation of financial success, and the 10% rule provides a simple yet powerful framework to guide your spending, saving, and investing decisions. Whether you're a budgeting novice or a seasoned pro, this chapter will give you the tools and strategies you need to make the 10% rule work for you. Why budgeting matters. A budget is more than just a spending plan, it's a reflection of your priorities. It's about aligning your money with your values and goals. Without a budget, it's easy to lose track of where your money is going and miss opportunities to save and grow your wealth. The 10% rule simplifies budgeting by giving you a clear target to aim for. By allocating 10% of your income to savings, you're ensuring that your future needs are taken care of, no matter what life throws your way. Step 1. Calculate your income. Before you can apply the 10% rule, you need to know how much money you're working with. Here's how to calculate your income. 1. Gross versus net income. Gross income is your total earnings before taxes and deduct irons. Net income is what you take home after taxes and deduct irons. Decide whether you base your 10% on gross or net income. Starting with net income is often more manageable. 2. Account for irregular income. If your income varies, for example, freelancers, entrepreneurs, calculate your average monthly income over the past 6-12 months. Step 2. Identify your expenses. Next, track your expenses to understand where your money is going. Categorize your spending into 3 main buckets. 1. Needs, 50 to 60%. Essential expenses like housing, utilities, groceries, transportation, and insurance. 2. Wants, 20 to 30%. Non-essential spending like dining out, entertainment, and hobbies. 3. Savings and debt repayment, 20%. This is where the 10% rule comes in. Allocate 10% to savings and, if applicable, another 10% to debt repayment. Step 3. Apply the 10% rule to your budget. Here's how to incorporate the 10% rule into your budget. 1. Start with savings. Pay yourself first by allocating 10% of your income to savings before covering other expenses. 2. Adjust your spending. If your current expenses exceed your income, look for areas to cut back. For example, reduce discretionary spending, for example, subscriptions, dining out, negotiate bills, for example, cable, phone, insurance, downsize or find more affordable alternatives, for example, housing, transportation. 3. Prioritize debt repayment. If you have high-interest debt, consider allocating an additional 10% to debt repayment. This will save you money on interest and free up cash flow for savings in the future. Step 4. Automate your savings. Automation is the key to consistency. Here's how to set it up. 1. Open a dedicated savings account. Choose a high-yield savings account to maximize your returns. 2. Set up automatic transfers. Schedule transfers to coincide with your payday. This ensures that your savings are prioritized before you have a chance to spend the money. 3. Use roundup apps. Some apps round up your purchases to the nearest dollar and deposit the difference into savings. This is an easy way to save without thinking about it. Step 5. Track and adjust. Budgeting is an ongoing process. Here's how to stay on track. 1. Monitor your spending. Use budgeting apps or spreadsheets to track your income and expenses. 2. Review regularly. Set aside time each month to review your budget and make adjustments as needed. 3. Celebrate progress. Acknowledge your achievements, no matter how small. Celebrating milestones keeps you motivated and reinforces positive habits. Real-life budgeting examples. 1. The beginner. Emma earns $3,000 a month after taxes. She allocates $1,800 to needs, 60%, $600 to wants, 20%, $300 to savings, 10%, $300 to debt repayment, 10%. 2. The debt-free enthusiast. John earns $5,000 a month after taxes. He allocates $2,500 to needs, 50%, $1,000 to wants, 20%, $500 to savings, 10%, $1,000 to debt repayment, 20%. 3. The high earner. Maria earns $10,000 a month after taxes. She allocates $5,000 to needs, 50%, $2,000 to wants, 20%, $1,000 to savings, 10%, $2,000 to investments, 20%. Common budgeting challenges and solutions. 1. Challenge. Irregular income. Solution. Base your budget on your lowest monthly income and save any extra during high-earning months. 2. Challenge. Overspending on wants. Solution. Use cash envelopes or set spending limits for discretionary categories. 3. Challenge. Unexpected expenses. Solution. Build an emergency fund to cover unexpected costs without derailing your budget. Action steps. 1. Calculate your income and expenses. Use a budgeting tool or spreadsheet to get a clear picture of your finances. 2. Allocate 10% to savings. Adjust your budget to prioritize savings, even if it means cutting back in other areas. 3. Automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers to make saving effortless. 4. Track your progress. Review your budget regularly and celebrate your wins. Applying the 10% rule to your budget is about more than just numbers, it's about creating a life of balance and abundance. By prioritizing savings, you're investing in your future and creating a safety net for life's uncertainties. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your savings grow. Chapter 4: The Compound Effect of 10%. In the previous chapters, we've explored the psychology of saving, the mechanics of the 10% rule, and how to apply it to your budget. Now, it's time to unveil the most powerful concepts in personal finance. The compound effect is the principle that small, consistent actions, like saving 10% of your income, can lead to extraordinary results over time. In this chapter, we'll explore how compounding works, why it's so powerful, and how you can harness it to achieve your financial goals. What is the compound effect? The compound effect is the process by which small gains build on each other, creating exponential growth over time. It's often described as interest on interest or growth on growth. In the context of the 10% rule, the compound effect means that your savings don't just grow linearly, they grow exponentially. The longer you save, the faster your wealth accumulates. The math behind compounding. Let's break down the numbers to see how compounding works. 1. Simple versus compound growth. Simple growth is linear. If you save $100 a month for 10 years, you'll have $12,000. Compound growth is exponential. If you invest that $100 a month and earn a 7% annual return, you'll have over $17,000 in 10 years. 2. The power of time. The longer you save, the more dramatic the compound effect. For example, saving $500 a month at 7% for 10 years equals $86,000. Saving $500 a month at 7% for 20 years equals $260,000. Saving $500 a month at 7% for 30 years equals $610,000. 3. The role of consistency. Consistency is key to compounding. Even small amounts, saved regularly, can grow into significant sums over time. Real-life examples of compounding. 1. The early starter. Sonia starts saving $200 a month at age 25. By age 65, she has over $500,000, thanks to compound interest. 2. The late bloomer. Steve starts saving $500 a month at age 40. By age 65, he has over $400,000. While he saved more per month, Sonia's early start gave her a significant advantage. How to maximize the compound effect. 1. Start early. The earlier you start saving, the more time your money has to grow. Even small amounts can make a big difference over decades. 2. Be consistent. Regular contributions are essential for compounding to work. Automate your savings to ensure consistency. 3. Reinvest your earnings. Whether it's interest, dividends, or investment returns, reinvesting your earnings accelerates the compound effect. 4. Increase your contributions over time. As your income grows, increase your savings rate. For example, if you get a raise, save 10% of the additional income. The compound effect beyond money. The compound effect isn't limited to finances, it applies to every area of life. Here are a few examples. 1. Health and fitness. Small, consistent habits like walking 10 minutes a day or drinking more water can lead to significant improvements in your health over time. 2. Career and skills. Investing 10% of your time in learning new skills or networking can lead to career advancements and opportunities. 3. Relationships. Small acts of kindness and communication compound into stronger, more meaningful relationships. Common misconceptions about compounding. 1. I need a lot of money to start. Compounding works with any amount. The key is to start early and be consistent. 2. It's too late for me. While starting early is ideal, it's never too late to benefit from compounding. Even small steps can make a difference. 3. Compounding only applies to investments. Compounding applies to savings, investments, and even personal growth. It's a universal principle of growth. Action steps. 1. Start today. Open a savings or investment account and make your first deposit. 2. Automate your contributions. Set up automatic transfers to ensure consistency. 3. Track your progress. Use a compound interest calculator to visualize your growth over time. 4. Reinvest your earnings. Reinvest interest, dividends, or returns to accelerate your growth. 5. Apply compounding to other areas of life. Identify one area, for example, health, career, relationships, where you can apply the compound effect. The compound effect is a reminder that small, consistent actions can lead to extraordinary results. By saving 10% of your income and letting compounding work its magic, you're not just building wealth, you're creating a life of abundance and freedom. Chapter 5. Saving 10% on everyday expenses. Saving 10% of your income is a powerful goal, but what if you could save even more without sacrificing your quality of life? From groceries to utilities to entertainment, small changes in your spending habits can add up to big savings over time. By applying the 10% rule to your everyday expenses, you'll not only reach your savings goals faster but also develop a more mindful and intentional approach to spending. Why focus on everyday expenses? Everyday expenses are the small, recurring costs that often go unnoticed but can have a significant impact on your budget. By identifying and reducing these expenses, you can free up more money for savings and investments, reduce financial stress and increase your sense of control. Develop healthier spending habits that align with your values. Step 1. Track your spending. Before you can save, you need to know where your money is going. Here's how to get started. 1. Use a budgeting app or spreadsheet. Tools like Mint, NAB, You Need a Budget, or a simple spreadsheet can help you track your spending. 2. Categorize your expenses. Group your expenses into categories like groceries, dining out, transportation, and entertainment. 3. Identify areas to cut back. Look for patterns or areas where you're spending more than necessary. Step 2. Apply the 10% rule to your expenses. Once you've tracked your spending, look for ways to reduce each category by 10%. Here's how. 1. Groceries. Plan your meals, create a weekly meal plan and shopping list to avoid impulse buys. Buy in bulk, purchase non-perishable items in bulk to save money in the long run. Use coupons and discounts, take advantage of sales, coupons, and cashback apps. Shop generic, opt for store brand products, which are often just as good as name brands but cost less. 2. Dining out. Cook at home, prepare meals at home instead of eating out. Limit restaurant visits, set a monthly limit for dining out and stick to it. Choose affordable options. When you do eat out, opt for budget-friendly restaurants or specials. 3. Transportation. Carpool or use public transit, share rides or use public transportation to save on gas and parking. Maintain your vehicle. Regular maintenance can improve fuel efficiency and prevent costly repairs. Drive less, combine errands into one trip to reduce mileage. 4. Utilities. Reduce energy usage, turn off lights, unplug devices, and use energy-efficient appliances. Lower your thermostat. Adjust your thermostat by a few degrees to save on heating and cooling costs. Conserve water, fix leaks, take shorter showers, and use water-saving fixtures. 5. Entertainment. Cancel unused subscriptions, review your subscriptions and cancel those you don't use. Find free activities, explore free or low-cost entertainment options like parks, libraries, and community events. Set a budget, allocate a specific amount for entertainment each month and stick to it. 6. Shopping. Avoid impulse buys, wait 24 hours before making a purchase to determine if it's necessary. Shop second-hand, buy used items like clothing, furniture, and electronics. Use cashback apps, earn cashback on purchases through apps like Rakuten or Honey. Step 3. Automate your savings. Once you've reduced your expenses, redirect the savings toward your financial goals. Here's how. 1. Set up automatic transfers. Automate transfers to your savings or investment account each time you save money. 2. Use roundup apps. Apps like Acorns or Capital round up your purchases and deposit the difference into savings. 3. Create a savings snowball. As you save more, increase your contributions to accelerate your progress. Real-life examples. 1. The Grocery Guru. Emily reduced her grocery bill by 10% by planning meals, buying in bulk, and using coupons. She saved $50 a month, which she redirected to her emergency fund. 2. The Entertainment Enthusiast. Alex canceled 2 unused streaming subscriptions and started hosting game nights at home. He saved $30 a month, which he invested in a retirement account. 3. The Transportation Tracker. Cindy started carpooling to work and reduced her gas expenses by 10%. She saved $40 a month, which she used to pay off her credit card debt. Action steps. 1. Track your spending. Use a budgeting tool to identify areas where you can cut back. 2. Reduce each category by 10%. Apply the 10% rule to your everyday expenses and look for ways to save. 3. Automate your savings. Redirect your savings toward your financial goals using automatic transfers. 4. Celebrate your progress. Acknowledge your achievements and use them as motivation to keep going. Saving 10% on everyday expenses is about more than just cutting costs, it's about creating a lifestyle that aligns with your values and goals. By being mindful of your spending, you'll not only save money but also develop a deeper appreciation for what truly matters. Chapter 6. The 10% Rule for Debt and Investments. Debt and investments are two sides of the same financial coin. On one hand, debt can weigh you down and limit your opportunities. On the other hand, investments can propel you forward and create wealth. In this chapter, we'll explore how to apply the 10% rule to both debt repayment and investing, so you can break free from financial burdens and build a secure future. The debt dilemma. Debt is one of the biggest obstacles to financial freedom. Whether it's credit card debt, student loans, or a mortgage, debt can feel overwhelming. But with the 10% rule, you can take control of your debt and start moving toward a debt-free life. Step 1. Assess your debt. Before you can tackle your debt, you need to understand it. Here's how to get started. 1. List your debts. Make a list of all your debts, including the balance, interest rate, and minimum payment for each. 2. Calculate your total debt. Add up your balances to determine your total debt. 3. Identify high-interest debt. Focus on paying off high-interest debt first, as it costs you the most over time. Step 2. Apply the 10% rule to debt repayment. Here's how to use the 10% rule to pay off your debt. 1. Allocate 10% of your income to debt repayment. If you earn $4,000 a month, allocate $400 to debt repayment. 2. Use the debt snowball or avalanche method. Debt snowball, pay off your smallest debts first to build momentum. *et avalanche, pay off your highest interest debts first to save money on interest. 3. Increase your payments over time. As you pay off debts, redirect the payments to your remaining debts to accelerate your progress. Step 3. Avoid new debt. While paying off existing debt, it's important to avoid accumulating new debt. Here's how. 1. Build an emergency fund. Save 3 to 6 months' worth of expenses to cover unexpected costs without relying on credit. 2. Use cash or debit. Avoid using credit cards for everyday purchases. 3. Live within your means. Stick to your budget and avoid lifestyle inflation. The investment opportunity. While paying off debt is important, it's equally important to invest for the future. Investments allow your money to grow over time, thanks to the power of compound interest. Step 1. Understand your investment options. ***. Here are some common investment options to consider. 1. Retirement accounts. For 401(k), IRA, or Roth IRA. These accounts offer tax advantages and are a great way to save for retirement. 2. Index funds and ETFs. Low-cost, diversified investments that track market indexes. 3. Real estate. Rental properties or REITs, real estate investment trusts. 4. Stocks and bonds. Individual stocks or bonds for more hands-on investors. Step 2. Apply the 10% rule to investing. Here's how to use the 10% rule to build your investment portfolio. 1. Allocate 10% of your income to investments. If you earn $4,000 a month, allocate $400 to investments. 2. Start with retirement accounts. Contribute to your employer's 401(k), especially if they offer a match, or open an IRA. 3. Diversify your portfolio. Spread your investments across different asset classes to reduce risk. 4. Automate your investments. Set up automatic contributions to your investment accounts to ensure consistency. Step 3. Balance debt repayment and investing. If you have debt and want to invest, here's how to balance the two. 1. Prioritize high-interest debt. Focus on paying off high-interest debt before investing heavily. 2. Take advantage of employer matches. If your employer offers a 401(k) match, contribute enough to get the full match. It's free money. 3. Split your 10%. Allocate part of your 10% to debt repayment and part to investments. For example, 5% to debt and 5% to investments. Real-life examples. 1. The debt-free investor. Jessica allocated 10% of her income to paying off her $20,000 student loan. Once the debt was paid off, she redirected the 10% to her retirement account. 2. The balanced approach. Donald split his 10% between debt repayment and investments. He paid off his credit card debt while also building his investment portfolio. 3. The early starter. At age 25, Joy started investing 10% of her income in a diversified portfolio. By age 50, she had over $500,000 saved for retirement. Action steps. 1. Assess your debt. List your debts and prioritize high-interest balances. 2. Allocate 10% to debt repayment. Use the debt snowball or avalanche method to pay off your debts. 3. Start investing. Open a retirement account or invest in low-cost index funds. 4. Automate your finances. Set up automatic payments for debt and investments. 5. Track your progress. Monitor your debt reduction and investment growth over time. Applying the 10% rule to debt and investments is about creating balance and building a secure financial future. By paying off debt and investing consistently, you'll not only reduce financial stress but also create opportunities for long-term wealth. Chapter 7. Saving 10% in your career and business. Your career and business are two of the most powerful tools for building wealth and achieving financial freedom. In this chapter, we'll explore how to apply the 10% rule to your professional life, whether you're an employee, entrepreneur, or business owner. By saving and reinvesting 10% of your income, profits, or time, you can create opportunities for growth, increase your earning potential, and build a more secure financial future. The 10% rule for your career. Your career is your primary source of income, and small, consistent actions can lead to significant advancements over time. Here's how to apply the 10% rule to your career. 1. Invest 10% of your income in professional development. Take courses and certifications. Invest in skills that increase your value in the job market. Attend conferences and workshops. Network with industry professionals and stay updated on trends. Read books and listen to podcasts. Continuously educate yourself to stay ahead in your field. 2. Allocate 10% of your time to networking. Build relationships, connect with colleagues, mentors, and industry leaders. Join professional organizations, participate in events, and contribute to your industry community. Leverage social media. Use platforms like LinkedIn to expand your network and showcase your expertise. 3. Negotiate raises and save the difference. Research your worth. Use tools like Glassdoor or PayScale to determine your market value. Prepare for negotiations, highlight your achievements, and make a case for a raise or promotion. Save the increase. Allocate 10% of your raise to savings or investments to maximize its impact. The 10% rule for your business. If you're an entrepreneur or business owner, the 10% rule can help you grow your business and build long-term wealth. Here's how to apply it. 1. Reinvest 10% of your profits. Upgrade tools and technology. Invest in equipment or software that improves efficiency. Expand your offerings. Develop new products or services to attract more customers. Marketing and advertising. Allocate funds to marketing campaigns that drive growth. 2. Save 10% for a business emergency fund. Build a cushion. Set aside 10% of your profits to cover unexpected expenses or downturns. Protect your business. An emergency fund ensures you can weather challenges without taking on debt. 3. Invest 10% of your time in strategic planning. Set goals. Define short-term and long-term goals for your business. Analyze performance. Review your financials and identify areas for improvement. Plan for growth. Develop strategies to scale your business and increase profitability. Action steps. 1. Invest in professional development. Allocate 10% of your income or time to skills and networking. 2. Negotiate raises and save the difference. Research your worth, prepare for negotiations, and save 10% of any increase. 3. Reinvest in your business. Allocate 10% of your profits to growth opportunities and emergency savings. 4. Plan for the future. Spend 10% of your time on strategic planning and goal setting. 5. Track your progress. Monitor your career advancements and business growth over time. Applying the 10% rule to your career and business is about creating opportunities for growth and building a foundation for long-term success. By investing in yourself and your business, you'll not only increase your earning potential but also create a more secure and fulfilling future. Chapter 8. The 10% Rule for Time and Energy. While much of this book has focused on financial savings, the 10% rule is not limited to money. It's a universal principle that can be applied to other valuable resources, such as time and energy. In this chapter, we'll explore how to use the 10% rule to optimize your time, increase your productivity, and create a more balanced and fulfilling life. The value of time and energy. Time and energy are your most precious resources. Unlike money, they are finite. Once spent, they cannot be replenished. By applying the 10% rule to your time and energy, you can increase your productivity and focus, reduce stress and burnout, create more opportunities for growth and fulfillment. Step 1. Track your time and energy. Before you can optimize your time and energy, you need to understand how you're currently spending them. Here's how to get started. 1. Conduct a time audit. Track how you spend your time for a week. Use a journal, app, or spreadsheet to log your activities. 2. Identify energy drains. Pay attention to activities that leave you feeling drained or unproductive. 3. Categorize your activities. Group your activities into categories like work, family, hobbies, and self-care. Step 2. Apply the 10% rule to your time. Here's how to use the 10% rule to make the most of your time. 1. Allocate 10% of your time to high-impact activities. Focus on priorities. Identify the activities that have the greatest impact on your goals and dedicate 10% of your time to them. Eliminate time wasters. Reduce or eliminate activities that don't align with your priorities. 2. Set boundaries. Say no. Learn to say no to commitments that don't serve your goals or values. Protect your time. Block off time for high-priority activities and treat them as non-negotiable. 3. Use time blocking. Schedule your day. Divide your day into blocks of time dedicated to specific tasks or activities. Include breaks. Schedule short breaks to recharge and maintain focus. Step 3. Apply the 10% rule to your energy. Here's how to use the 10% rule to optimize your energy. 1. Invest 10% of your energy in self-care. Prioritize sleep. Aim for 7-9 hours of quality sleep each night. Exercise regularly. Dedicate 10% of your day, about 1.5 hours, to physical activity. Practice mindfulness. Spend time meditating, journaling, or engaging in other mindfulness practices. 2. Manage your energy drains. Delegate tasks. Outsource or delegate tasks that drain your energy. Set limits. Limit time spent on activities or relationships that leave you feeling depleted. 3. Focus on high-energy activities. Do what you love. Spend time on activities that energize and inspire you. Leverage peak hours. Schedule high-priority tasks during your most productive times of day. Action steps. 1. Conduct a time and energy audit. Track how you spend your time and identify energy drains. 2. Allocate 10% of your time to high-impact activities. Focus on priorities and eliminate time wasters. 3. Invest 10% of your energy in self-care. Prioritize sleep, exercise, and mindfulness practices. 4. Set boundaries and protect your time. Say no to commitments that don't align with your goals. 5. Track your progress. Monitor your productivity, energy levels, and overall well-being over time. Applying the 10% rule to your time and energy is about creating balance and alignment in your life. By prioritizing high-impact activities, setting boundaries, and investing in self-care, you'll not only increase your productivity but also create a more fulfilling and sustainable lifestyle. Chapter 9. Overcoming Challenges and Staying Consistent. No journey toward financial freedom or personal growth is without its challenges. Life is unpredictable, and setbacks are inevitable. In this chapter, we'll explore common obstacles you may face while implementing the 10% rule and provide practical strategies for overcoming them. More importantly, we'll discuss how to stay consistent and motivated even when the going gets tough, common challenges and how to overcome them. 1. Unexpected expenses. Challenge. Emergencies like car repairs, medical bills, or job loss can derail your savings plan. Solution. Build an emergency fund with 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. Adjust your budget temporarily to cover the expense without abandoning your 10% rule. Use windfalls, for example, tax refunds or bonuses, to replenish your savings. 2. Lifestyle inflation. Challenge. As your income grows, it's tempting to increase your spending rather than your savings. Solution. Commit to saving 10% of any raises, bonuses, or additional income. Remind yourself of your long-term goals and the benefits of delayed gratification. 3. Lack of motivation. Challenge. Staying motivated can be difficult, especially when results take time to materialize. Solution. Break your goals into smaller, achievable milestones. Celebrate small wins along the way to stay encouraged. Visualize your future self and the life you're working toward. 4. Social pressure. Challenge. Friends or family may encourage spending habits that conflict with your goals. Solution. Communicate your goals and why they are important to you. Suggest low-cost or free activities that align with your budget. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals who support your financial journey. 5. Overwhelm. Challenge. Balancing multiple financial goals, for example, saving, investing, and debt repayment, can feel overwhelming. Solution. Prioritize your goals based on urgency and impact. Use the 10% rule to allocate resources to each goal systematically. Focus on one step at a time rather than trying to do everything at once. Strategies for staying consistent. 1. Automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers to your savings, investment, or debt repayment accounts. Automation removes the need for willpower and ensures consistency. 2. Track your progress. Use budgeting apps, spreadsheets, or journals to monitor your savings and spending. Seeing your progress can boost motivation and keep you on track. 3. Create accountability. Share your goals with a trusted friend, family member, or financial advisor. Regular check-ins can help you stay accountable and motivated. 4. Focus on the big picture. Remind yourself why you're saving and investing. Whether it's financial freedom, early retirement, or providing for your family, keeping your why front and center can help you stay committed. 5. Practice self-compassion. Mistakes and setbacks are part of the process. Instead of beating yourself up, learn from the experience and recommit to your goals. Action steps. 1. Identify potential challenges. Reflect on past obstacles and anticipate future ones. 2. Create a plan for emergencies. Build an emergency fund and adjust your budget to handle unexpected expenses. 3. Automate and track. Set up automatic transfers and use tools to monitor your progress. 4. Stay accountable. Share your goals with someone who can support and encourage you. 5. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge your achievements, no matter how small, to stay motivated. Overcoming challenges and staying consistent is about resilience and adaptability. Life will throw curveballs, but with the right mindset and strategies, you can stay on course and continue making progress toward your goals. Chapter 10. Scaling up beyond 10%. Congratulations! By now, you've learned how to apply the 10% rule to your finances, career, time, and energy. You've built a solid foundation for saving, investing, and creating a more intentional life. But what's next? In this final chapter, we'll explore how to scale up your efforts and take your financial and personal growth to the next level. The 10% rule is just the beginning. Once you've mastered it, you can increase your savings rate, set bigger goals, and create a life of abundance and freedom. Why scale up? Scaling up is about building on the momentum you've created. By increasing your savings rate, investing more, and expanding your goals, you can accelerate your path to financial freedom. Create more opportunities for growth and fulfillment. Achieve bigger dreams and make a greater impact. Step 1. Increase your savings rate. Once you've consistently saved 10% of your income, consider increasing your savings rate. Here's how. 1. Start small. Increase your savings rate by 1 to 2% at a time. For example, go from 10% to 12% and gradually work your way up. 2. Allocate windfalls. Save a portion of bonuses, tax refunds, or other windfalls. For example, save 50% and use the rest for fun or debt repayment. 3. Cut expenses further. Look for additional ways to reduce spending, such as refinancing loans, negotiating bills, or downsizing your lifestyle. 4. Increase your income. Pursue side hustles, freelance work, or career advancements to boost your earning potential. Step 2. Set bigger financial goals. With a higher savings rate, you can aim for more ambitious goals. Here are some examples. 1. Financial independence. Save and invest enough to cover your living expenses without relying on a paycheck. 2. Early retirement. Build a nest egg that allows you to retire years or even decades earlier than traditional retirement age. 3. Major purchases. Save for a dream home, a vacation property, or other large investments. For generosity and giving, allocate a portion of your income to charitable causes or helping others. Step 3. Expand beyond finances. The 10% rule isn't just about money, it's a mindset that can be applied to every area of your life. Here's how to scale up in other areas. 1. Career and business. Invest more time and resources into professional development, networking, and business growth. Expand your skills, take on leadership roles, or launch new ventures. 2. Health and wellness. Dedicate more time to exercise, nutrition, and self-care. Set ambitious fitness goals, such as running a marathon or achieving a personal best. 3. Relationships. Spend more quality time with loved ones and strengthen your connections. Plan meaningful experiences, such as family vacations or milestone celebrations. 4. Personal growth. Pursue hobbies, passions, and lifelong learning. Set goals for personal development, such as learning a new language or mastering a skill. Step 4. Create a legacy. Scaling up is also about making a lasting impact. Here's how to create a legacy. 1. Teach others. Share the 10% rule with friends, family, and your community. Mentor others on their financial and personal growth journeys. 2. Give back. Donate to causes you care about or volunteer your time and skills. Use your resources to make a positive difference in the world. 3. Plan for the future. Create a will, establish trusts, or set up college funds for your children. Ensure your wealth and values are passed down to future generations. Scaling up is about dreaming bigger, working smarter, and creating a life of abundance and impact. The 10% rule is your foundation, but the possibilities are endless. By increasing your savings rate, setting bigger goals, and expanding your focus, you can achieve financial freedom, personal fulfillment, and a lasting legacy, thanks to the 10% rule.